a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. But for one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. Breathing out or breathing in. Broken down, but I will live to fight again. For one last time, I take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. There is a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. There is a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. But for one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. Breathing out or breathing in. Broken down, but I will live to fight again. For one last time, I take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. There is a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. But for one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. Breathing out or breathing in. Broken down, but I will live to fight again. For one last time, I'll take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. There's a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one.
Okay, so something on my end. So this is what I'm slightly confused by. Obviously that I can go through all these onboard cameras as I've selected prior, but I'm not able to jump between the different cars. It's just confined me to being... Let's try it again, shall we? No. So, Callum, what I'm asking you, are you hearing the car sounds and all that now? Or no? That's what I need to know right now. Because everything's getting picked up on my end. The car engines are getting picked up, my voice is being picked up. Should be fine. Nothing has changed from last week, so I don't know why it wouldn't be working. All good. Okay, what I may need to do quickly, guys, is just go on a technical sort of break a minute. So just bear with me. Okay, we should be good now. So it's practice. Let's see how people are getting on. Yeah, your messages are coming through the live chat, so. Okay. I just want to double check. We had a slight technical issue on my side, but it seems to have sorted itself out. But we're currently on a free practice. So everyone's just getting into the groove, getting a feel, deciding what setups, if they're going to go slightly less camber on the front. Are we going to go for less tyre pressures, get a bit more traction due to like more road resistance or rolling resistance, but then you're going to lose the top end and speed a little bit. So week's been good. Week's been cold and a bit wet, but not too long until the weekend is done. Okay, let's have a browse through who's on track. Oh, so we've got a few more names for me to get used to, it seems. So we have Russ Cilliers, Dylan Duplessis, Kian, Rudy Graham, Steve, Ruben. I'm going to keep it to first names at this point, just because I will struggle. And Henko van den Berg. This weekend, well, Friday I'm going for another day of pheasant beating tomorrow. And the weekend I'll be watching the Grand Prix. So, just letting people know, this is practice right now. But when it goes to qualifying, we will have to skip out the session because we are not able to view each other's cars via qualifying due to the setup nature. So they've set up in a way that each driver themselves has the track to themselves. So there's no worries about getting blocked on a quick run or getting distracted by somebody who's warming up their tyres or warming up for a lap. So there's no reason for anyone, they can't go and say, well, this person disrupted my lap and that's why I didn't go faster. It's all down to them at the end of the day, what they decide to do. So once that's sorted though, at least we'll then be able to see the true pace of each driver on the track. And then we'll be good to go. So what we may need to do, we'll go into the qualifying session ourselves. We obviously won't be able to see each car on the track due to the setup, but we'll have to just focus on the timing. Excuse me, I did not mean to yawn there. It's just been one of those weeks so far, so once the weekend arrives I can just relax. Oh, that's really what you don't want to do. Right, we're going to have to restart. Just had to leave and now we'll be getting ready again. So we're restarting the practice session so the new guys that have signed up can get in, get a feel for the track, for the cars, everything. Like I said, on the weekend I'm just going to be watching the Grand Prix. So this will be a 10-minute practice, and then we'll be going into qualifying. So I'm curious because last week the difference from practice to quali was pretty non-existent. Now generally when you go from a practice session and then to a quali, in most motorsports or forms of motorsports or even online simulation like this, you generally see quite a large jump. So I'm curious just to see if it was due to the track conditions or if during practice these guys are going balls to the wall as fast as they can. So there's two Yakos now, so one I'm going to have to pronounce as Grobler, I assume. Oh, there is not. Right, let's get ourselves out. Obviously not ourselves. Let's go to there. And get a car out on track. Fastest so far is the 15.5. As soon as I say that, Steve goes in with a 14.813. Oh, crikey. Yeah. Bit too much oversteer for that corner, buddy. Oh. Let's go on with Mr. Steve Ronquist. Oh dear. People are getting a little bit, either they're pushing just too hard, not warming up the tyres. Just gotta have a bit of race awareness, car placement. Don't want to just dive onto the racing line instantly. If you know that somebody's on a quick lap behind, you want to get to the outside line to give them the corner, but you don't want to do it as they're entering the braking zone because you could distract them. You could even cut in front of them. Let's see how everyone's getting on. Now, I'm not entirely sure because I don't know the dynamics of these cars enough. I don't believe the tow is extremely effective. Oh! People are definitely focused on getting their lap times in. I have to admit, these 1660s do sound really nice. Looks like we have a good turnout actually today. 14 drivers, I would say, at least. So a bit of a number up from last week, which I believe was 9. A few fresh faces. Oh dear, chain reaction. Will the order get shuffled up? Is it going to be a rising star coming out the mist? We do not know. I'm interested to see though. Oh, it's very cold tonight. Oh. So this is quite interesting. You can see the differing lines where here they come out very wide and then eventually get down on the apex. Maybe not so much on that corner. And then some people have quite tight lines. Oh dear. See, that's when you got to be careful as you exit the pits going onto the track. You don't ideally want to be that guy who will pull straight onto the racing line in the braking zone. Oh, gotta have a little bit of awareness there, but luckily this is practice, so it's, oh good lord. The escort goes round, car goes into the wall, another car follows. Luckily this is practice, so no harm, no real harm done. And when it comes to quality, people are able to pick their lines. But I always found the practice, as ex-racer, these guys, myself, I always found the practice to be worth learning to see which drivers you can go wheel to wheel with and which ones are a bit more nervous, so you can plan how you're going to either attack or defend from them. Okay. Let's go on with the fastest in the session currently, Steve Broncost with a 14.794. 2/10 behind him is Rudy Graham. We have just under 3 minutes to go until qualifying, which will be a 10-minute break while we keep an eye on the times, and then we'll be ready for the heats. Seems people really like the Tigres. I've seen a lot of the Tigres. I used to drive the Tigre. Obviously, I couldn't really hold a candle to many of these guys. I would maybe pick up... Oh, sorry. I would maybe pick up maybe a P5, P6 due to everyone else crashing, but on pure pace, P8 at the best. Let's see if we can go on board and see where he's either gaining time or losing time. We've now come on to a further Tigre, so we've got a little trio going around. This is what you want to do. You want to see where the guy in front... Oh, okay. You want to see where the guy in front is quicker, where you feel you're quicker, because then you can use that to your effect. But it's very easy to get distracted like that. It's very easy to get distracted and focus so much on the car in front. You want to always very quickly return to the pits when that happens. It's very easy to get distracted on the car in front so much that you kind of forget your braking zones. You're focusing so much on what the car in front is doing, you're braking in time with what they're doing. And if they go deep, you're going to go even deeper into the corner, which is then going to affect your exit and lap time itself. I have to admit, I really like the old Escort up in front. It's nice to see something a bit different. I believe this is one of our newest members that's joined in, Mr. WT Botha. Or Bota. Sorry, I'm going to butcher your names, guys. So if you're watching this and you take offence, DM me. Say this is how you're supposed to pronounce it, and then I'll know from further on. Right, that is the end of practice. We will now be heading on towards qualifying. Everyone's just getting their final laps done. The escort seems to be going side by side with someone up the road. Oh, it's MC Lindsley, which I believe last race was in a... Is he going to hold a... No, I thought he was going to go for a Ken Block manoeuvre coming around. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. No, he can't get the rear to turn round. Okay, we're now going to be heading to qualifying. I can hear the drivers are very eager to get in. Just gotta let the track get itself sorted, boys. Not gonna lie, I'd be really curious to see if they ever, for like say a charity event or a one-off fun event, if they allowed people to race either in the snow or with heavy rain. That'd be quite interesting, just to see how people would handle different situations and different track conditions. Okay, so we're going to be joining for qualifying, but like I said, guys, we will not be able to see each car on the track. We're going to be just focusing solely on the lap times. So obviously, if I'll give you an example. So like, if I go to the track, you'll see that all these cars will be driven, but I will not be able to view any of them. So we'll go back to pits, and we should just focus on the timing itself. Oh, there we go. Okay. So fastest so far is a 15.1, which I believe is going to be beaten because I think the fastest during practice was a 14.7. But it's a good benchmark. It's a good banker lap. There we go. 14.808. Okay, so this is good. I can see everyone's names. So we have a WT Botha, Henko, Heinrich, Dylan Duplessis, Jaco Grobler, Conrad Martin, Ruben Foire, MC Lensley, Rudy Graham. We then go across and we have Russ Killiers, Kian Awards, obviously myself, and I believe Martin is driving as well. They may just need to connect to this session. So we're going to have about 13 actual racers and obviously one spectator. Oh dear, need to warm up. It's freezing tonight. Absolutely ice cold. Freezing. This is the Assetto Corsa, and we're running it through Content Manager, which is like a third-party application you can get. So we're currently running on player-created tracks. So it's an oval. I'm gonna butcher the name. Absolutely butcher it. But I believe it's called Yakatu or Yakatu Raceway. It's a track in South Africa. welcome in. Let's have a look. Venom MM, so Venom TTV. Okay. I have to admit, it's weird that I'm having to stream through YouTube, but it's probably just better than trying to set up a Twitch account for the league, because everything I had pre-saved and set up was ready just for my account, so I didn't really want to end up either losing that on my account to then just put it onto a separate account. So. Okay, so fastest laps are coming in now. We have 14.731, 14.788, 14.892, 14.994, and a 15.064 in the top 10. I've been interested on Kick. Haven't really gone enough into setting up the account properly. I've set it up as a way to chat to people, but I'm seeing a lot of the big time streamers go to Kick, and I've heard it's generally they're a bit more fair with the streamers. They've got a better policy, you know, terms of service. But I'm not gonna slag off Twitch or other companies because I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I've heard that Kick is quite good. Plus I love the green sort of setup. Probably my favourite colour, like the lime green that they've got set up for it. But then I'm always partial to purple, so it's a bit of both. So, Venom, where are you coming from? And I don't mean that as, I'm not asking you a geographical location, nothing like that. Just curious how you found the stream, unless you shared it via a link via the WhatsApp. Are you a fellow racer or supporting a racer in the league? God, I feel old. Just sitting in a position for like 25 minutes and I'm already cramping up. Hey. Top 2 have definitely closed out. MC's coming out of nowhere with a 14.8. Ruben, the 14.9. A couple of the new guys are already 6th, 7th, 8th. I'm based in the UK, but I became friends with quite a lot of these guys through different games and different ways of communication. So this league has been set up in obviously South Africa for SAOL, South African Oval League. Yeah, you got it bang on. Sound from the UK, exactly. But I used to race with a couple of these guys. I said I was always interested if they wanted like a separate commentator to join their main one. Their main guy is currently just having a bit of a break, which is perfectly fine with family. So I've taken up the reins and is just doing what I can to kind of promote the league, get some more people watching, get a few maybe new racers coming in, and get it set up so in time we'll have maybe 2 or 3 separate leagues of different ratings. Obviously your pro-am, and maybe just your amateur class. I get you. So I believe this server is hosted in the UK. Maybe that's just to make it easier for me for hosting or like for streaming. I'm a bit unsure what you mean by home host. If you just mean like helping out with the server, I don't host. I haven't got the intelligence or the skill or the willpower to even set up a server for a Assetto Corsa. I'll quite happily just join the session and that'll be as far as I go. Okay, so the top two is still Steve with a 14.712, followed by Rudy Graham with a 17.40. And as you can see, if we go through here, like they've all got relatively similar ping, and if we go obviously go across to me, very low. No, I don't do any hosting, like where it's if it's running on a server separate PC at my house. No, I'd like to if I ever get the chance to, but at the moment it's just financially not viable. So the top two is Fiesta, then we have an Escort, Tigra, Fiesta, Tigra. As you can see, people like the Tigra, and I believe it's still. Oh no, okay, scratch that. Corsa, Fiesta, Tigra. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'd love to if I could host, like something running at my house. I'd get like a cheap Intel sort of server set up. Just get one that used to be in like office buildings, something cheap, but as long as it could run everything, I would. What do you do generally, Venom? Do you just view sort of races like this, or do you race yourself? Or are you just popping in and seeing what there is? So the race will be in about 4.5 minutes. So the reason we're not able to view the qualifying is they've got it set up in a way so every driver that joins the session has the track to themselves. So no one's going to get impeded, no one's going to get held up or distracted by another car joining the track, because the lap times, as you see, are very short. It's a short track. And if you're on a good lap and you're like a 10th up or even 100th up, and a car joins onto the track coming out of the pits, doesn't realise you're on a quick lap and maybe blocks you, it ruins it and it winds people up. So once this qualifying set up, we'll be going straight into Heat 1, and then we'll be able to see all the racing that happen. Yeah, the protection. I suppose you want protection like regarding DDoS. When they like flush your IP, so much like not flush. I don't know the technical terminology, but when they get it done in a way that it just overrides and like fills it to capacity. Okay, so back to, it seems everyone's getting their laps and somebody's already on 34 laps. Kian has done 40 laps at this point. Just continuously grinding at it. Wonder what the highest lap count will be. We have a fellow supporter. Yeah, Dylan done a good job last week. Considering it was his debut, we called him in for the interview box. We had a little quick chat about how he found the racing, how he's adjusted to it. Seems to be doing quite well. And we've got a couple new ones as well debuting, so hopefully it's another good 3 races and then the final. Yeah, I wouldn't even know how much it would cost. It's got to be a couple thousand, I'm sure. Pounds, that is. Now we're into the 14.6s. All of a sudden Steve's just pulled out a little bit more. Right, 50 seconds to go. And then we'll be getting ready for heat 1. Right, they'll be coming into the final. If they start a lap now, they may have time for 2, but that'll be it. 44 laps, 49 laps. And he finishes off with 50 laps. That's 2 final race distances. So I think you should have a good feel for the car now. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will be the end of qualifying. So we'll run down through the top group. We have Steve Bronkhorst with a 14.675, Rudy Graham, MC Lensley, Ruben Ferrari, and Martin Meintjes. Okay, we'll be heading off now. And get ourselves started for qualifying. I haven't muted the stream. There's just sadly no audio for this template banner. I'm not sure why. I'll have to sort it out next time. So qualifying's coming up in about 2 minutes. So if you need to, grab yourself a coffee. Not qualifying. Heat 1. Sorry, I've got it mixed up. Heat 1 is coming up in a couple minutes. So grab yourself a coffee. Have a quick bite to eat if needs be. Whatever you guys are up to. Or just put on some music and chill for a minute. Yes, Mr. Technical Advice, I realised as I was saying it, there's no need to do the qualifying template. Right. Right. They're getting themselves all ready. It will put us on the track. We'll quickly then quit to the pits and we'll be good to go. Right, let's see, who do we have? Yeah. It's very weird to look back and just see an Escort. Old style Escort surrounded by early 2000s, 90s cars. Tell you what, let's have a listen. Completely different engines here. Oh, come on fellas, give us a rev so we can do a comparison. Majority of them actually behaving. Makes a change, guys. Somebody tries to call me while I'm doing a stream. Sorry, I cannot answer. Not being rude, I literally will not be able to answer the call because everyone's going to hear everything you say. Right, final 15 seconds counting down. Oh dear. Every time. Doesn't seem to bloody work. And off we go. Steve leads into the final quarter, followed by Rudy Graham, MC Lindsay, Martin Mankey's, Ruben Ferrari. I'm going to struggle with a couple of these names. I believe it's Heinrich, W. Bother, Russ Killiers. It's not giving me the full list further down, so we'll have to find out later on. I believe it's Rian. But Steve is already pulling out quite a nice gap. Just under 7 tenths. Is Rudy going to be able to close up on him at all? Somebody's already in the pit. MC Lindsley has gone down, dropped down the order. He was running third, so curious what's happened to him. Martin's fighting his way through, followed by Ruben and Heinrich, and they're going to go side by side through the corner. Swap paint, and Ruben actually took back the position, so he got better traction coming out the corner considering being on the wider line. Let's just have a look further. Okay, so they're coming up to somebody who's already about to be lapped. I believe he's already been lapped by the leader, which is Kian. So maybe there was slight contact between him and MC. Somebody else goes off the track, allows the cars a lap up on them through. So it's Henko, sorry, Henko Vandenberg. Dylan Duplessis, who's a lap down. His last lap was a 24, so he definitely had contact on that lap somewhere. You have Jaco, Russ, ignore that, Conrad, and back to the leader. So there's more than 8 running, but just the way it's set up, it's just not allowing us to see everyone. Steve's building the gap out even more, and actually, oh, car in the middle. Looks like Rudy Graham and Martin was having a bit of a ding dong. Martin's dropped off a little bit. Oh god, it's really jumbled itself up here. I think we're just gonna have to yeah, use the mouse. So you have Steve, Rudy, Ruben in third now, followed by Martin behind, Henko, Russ. Ooh, tidy little move. Martin, WT Botha, Dylan, MC, and Yakko. And Yakko is lapped again by Steve. 2 laps to go. He doesn't really need to make the pass here on the back marker, but it is slowing him down a little bit and allowing Rudy now to get within 4/10 of him. So we come into the final corner. All or nothing. Rudy thought about it, I think, for a second, but will have to settle for second place. So Steve wins Heat 1. Followed by Ruben, Martin, Enko, Russ, your brother, Martin, and Dylan Duplessis comes up in 9th. And everyone else, I believe, was a lap down. So that is Heat 1 decided. So we'll be leaving. Somebody is still calling me. Gonna go to Heat 2 and get ready now. Okay, so we are going to be hopefully doing a interview with Heat winner 1. So we'll just wait for a minute and hopefully they hop in. If not, we may just have to skip it and to keep it for the final. Looks like they may have forgotten. Okay, I think they've forgotten to drag down whoever needs to be brought down in here, and I don't have the permissions to do it. But that's okay. We'll just have to make sure it's followed up either in the next heat or the final. That's a shame. Right, let's go back. We'll be getting ready for Heat 2 now. Okay. Just ask him for at the end of Heat 2, are we still doing the commentating interview thing? Because no one came down, that's all. That's alright, mate. We'll do it for heat too. No worries. Yeah, I just wanted to double check that I hadn't gone in too early, so it's all good. Okay, everyone. Just had to speak to technical directors, but we are good to go. So obviously it's now going to be like the 2-minute race preparation. So yeah, all we can do is wait for the moment. Let's go to the front, and it's going to be Kian who's going to be starting on pole, followed by Jaco Grobler, MC Lensley, Dylan Duplessis, Conrad Martin, WT Buffer, Ross Cilliers, Henko, Ruben, Rudy Graham, Steve, and obviously myself, who will be straight into the pits as fast as I can. The bosses, exactly. The bosses. I've got some dinner next to me and I can't really eat it right now, and it's torture because it's really nice chicken. So maybe during the next break I may have a quick bite, so I'm going to have to just mute myself, otherwise you're just going to hear wet mouth sounds and people don't want to hear that. Okie dokie, let's see if Mr. Kian can hold on to his first pole. Can he convert into a podium, or even greater, a race win? Oh, I just saw contact already. And Jaco blasting into the lead of already 9/10 gap. Kian maybe had just a bit of a slow response time. I am not giving it ASMR, guys. No, I am not giving anyone ASMR in the form of eating. No thanks. But Kian's hunting him down, followed by Conrad, MC, W. Brother, then we have Henko, Rudy Graham, Steve, Ruben, Poirot. Oh dear. Dylan into the wall. Now we have a battle for the lead. Sakian lost it at the start. Can he find a way back past Jaco to take it back? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be doing that. You see the differing lines. Now, ASMR F1. How would that even work? How would that even work? Right, let's go back to Conrad, who... Oh dear. Into the wall he goes. All getting a bit rough and rousy for the final podium position, because they're losing so much time now to the top two. Rudy Graham sends it down the inside and makes it work. Does he hold on to it? We are about to see a bit of a weird line going in. I think he missed his braking point, and Henko's going to come back at him. It seems we've lost yeah, we've who have we lost? Jaco is dropped right down. Okay, that's a shame. Well, Kian has got a beautiful gap of 5.2 seconds to MC Lensley in second. Rudy Graham following in third. Fastest lap actually is still with Kian. Conrad Martin has disconnected from the session, that's a shame. The gap is coming down, but unless it's at a second a lap, Kian's got this quite comfortably, so as long as he just holds it together, doesn't make any crazy manoeuvres, doesn't want to go and push it too far, and he's got a lovely buffer. Yeah, your son's doing a great job. Three laps to go, 3 tours to go. Still has the fastest lap himself, which is a 15.2. MC, Lensley and Rudy and Steve are going to have a great little battle, I think, for P2. Back to the leader we go. He is closing up on a back marker, but as long as the back marker just either allows him through, or if he doesn't even push to overtake the back marker, he should be fine. He's on the final lap. Look at this. Comes for his debut. Has a pole position in Heat 2 due to the reversing order. Falls back at the start and then comes back and wins it. Lovely job. Well done. Very well done. P2, MC Lensley and Rudy Graham third. Well done. Very good. Very, very good. Right. Let's get ourselves ready for Heat 3. We're just going to move over now. Okay, so we will be having a quick interview with Mr. Keane. Oh, dear. I thoroughly deserve that. Mr. Keane, look at you turning up. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Starting on the front row. You lost the position, I think, at the start, and you come back through and pull away and have a lovely, comfortable win.
Yeah, thank you.
How was the race for you?
It was very shaking my arms, and yeah, I was just being, just calm down and stuff like that. Just having fun in the race, and yeah.
Well, you had some supporters in the chat. Mariska popped in.
Yes.
Yeah, saying good job, my son. So, yeah, you got some good supporters in here, and it was a good little battle. I think you were having a good fight with Yako, but I think he had a mistake because he dropped down from first to like 7th at one point.
Yeah, he turned himself around there in the corner going out corner.
No, but congrats, mate. Good start. That's
Thank you.
the best way to come in and just show your skill and go straight to the top of it.
Thank you.
Alright, keep it up, buddy, and I hope the next heat goes brilliantly for you as well.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, so that's the first interview concluded. Head back into driver's briefing. We're just going to be muted. It was a good little battle actually, watching the others having to kind of, get back into it after the two leaders just pulled away with a huge gap. Dear. So now we just wait until we're given confirmation that the server is up, and then we'll be going in for heat 3. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have a brief hiatus. The server owner, who's currently running everything, had a power cut, and he's just getting everything set up again. So we're just gonna be on a minor 2-3 minute hiatus. Okay, seems we're good to go. Off we go. Let's get ourselves set up. Right, off we go. Get ourselves ready. This will be a 15 lapper. Let's get myself a bit of self-promotion while I can. No, I'm only kidding. I don't know any Afrikaans. I'll try it one day because then I can really converse with everyone here and not just speak in English. Okay, so we have a 2 and a bit minute countdown. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit of a long one, but we'll see. So on pole is going to be WT Botha. Dylan will be saying second, but realistically that would be third. Then Russ, Yako, Ruben, Steve, Rudy, MC, Kian is 9th. I'm somehow 10th. Martin's behind me, and yeah, so right, okay, so we're gonna have to be very quick at exiting to the pits. Not sure why it's put me on in front of him, but realistically Martin should not hit me. He should have a lovely line, but we'll try to obviously reset to the pits as quick as possible. But yeah, Dylan's on pretty much the front row. So if he can have a good start and keep it clean, could see Dylan up on the podium, which would be good for him. Considering this is only his second event, I believe. This is, I'm not saying for certain, but from what I saw last week. What a weird grid formation. I would put second directly behind the leader. Unless that's just a way to stop someone getting a really bad exit and get caught up on the outside, but it doesn't make too much sense to me, but we'll have to just see what happens. Gonna be ready to quit to the pits as soon as I can. So we're gonna have a little hiatus where it puts me into the pits, and then we'll be rushing straight on track, watching the race. He had a beautiful start, did Mister. Yeah, Botha's already 6/10 in the lead. Russ keeping it a little bit similar sort of gap. Now it's gone to 9/10, 1.1 seconds, 1.2 seconds. Mr. Russ is getting a bit, I think, caught off guard. I'm not sure what he wants to do. Dylan gets knocked. Ooh, has to go wide. And once again, what we're seeing happen, P2 and 3 are battling so much that P1 can just blast off into the distance. People are getting so focused on, oh, bit of contact between Rudy Graham and Yako. Alright, so Ruben has 11 laps to pull that gap back, but we're not sure if he's going to be able to, if I'm honest. Let's have a look at the lap times as he comes across. What's he doing? 15 zeros. Ruben's doing 15 twos, I believe. Martin's got himself up into P3, which is good, considering I think he was further back. Rudy Graham's dropped down and slipped down the order again. Oh. My bloody phone's open Twitch. They heard I was talking shit about it and it's somehow woken itself up. Okay, that was weird. Okay, so the gap is coming down, but not substantially. Now, Buffer's just going to have to be smart about how he gets through. The back marker should let him through nice and cleanly. Dylan keeps out the way, sticks to the outside and carries on with his race. Oh, the leader's hit the wall! Oh, oh no! Ooh. Ruben Foray goes through into the lead with Martin following. Oh, that's heartbreak. Oh, that's heartbreak. Oh, that's ever so unlucky. So now the battle for the lead is actually on. Let's go and see how your Mr. Keane's in the pits. He's retired from this session. Okay, so 3 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout. Steve has brought himself into the mix. So it's Ruben versus... Oh, a car goes into the wall. Let's go on board, shall we? Back marker covers the inside, which could be issues. Okay, I think we're on to the final lap. Ruben's got a nice little gap of about 7 tenths. Just has to keep it tidy, get your braking zone correct, get the car turned in, and then a nice little squirt to the finish. Congrats, Ruben. Oh! But I do feel for Bertha. That's a shame. But there's plenty of time to get wins in this league. Alright. Get ourselves ready for the final now. Okay, so now we're going to do interview with Ruben. And we shall wait. Ah, Mr. Ruben. Hello? Seem to not be hearing you right now. You may want to check your output or input just so we can, because you may be able to hear me, but we're not hearing you speak.
Hi, Elliot.
Ah, there you go, buddy. Well, that was a bit of a weird race, wasn't it?
Yes, very weird.
You're in podium contention and then thrown a bit of a lifeline by Mr. Butler hitting the wall on the exit.
Yeah, ne? I saw that. Lucky. Bad for him, lucky for me.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all too easy. You had Martin bearing down on you for the rest of the race.
Again.
It's pressure cooker when he gets behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's very much high pressure. Luckily, I could have kept him behind me for now.
No, you had good pace for the rest of it. You got into your rhythm, picked your braking zones, and you looked like a pro out there.
Thanks, Elliot.
That's right. Are you hoping to repeat this into the final coming up?
I'm gonna try my best.
All right. Well, let's hope it happens again. Not another guy crashing. I mean, you getting through and just taking the win. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I never want somebody just to crash. Anyone in the chat, I'm not being a biased commentator or anything.
Yeah, no, I just hope for an exciting race.
No, definitely. Finals are always exciting. But
Yes,
well done, Matt.
yeah.
Congrats. Brilliant win. Good
Thanks,
points.
Elliot.
And I
Thank
shall
you.
see you next race on.
Thanks, Elliot.
Right. Okay, so I'm really crap with my questions. Bear with me. I never know what to say. I never know like what's a good commentator sort of question to ask. So I just go with the same standard list sheet that I've got. Right, let's get ourselves back into the call on my secondary device, and then we'll be able to hear what's happening. Okay. Okay, off we go into the final. So it's going to be a 20 lap. So even if there's a battle at second and third, it gives the rest of the field time to maybe catch up with whoever's leading. Let's go to the grid and see who we have on pole. Steve Broncos with Rudy Graham, Martin Monkeys, MC Lindsley, Ruben, race winner in Heat 2, Russ, Kian is back in 7th, Buther is 8th, Yako 9th, Dylan Duplessis in 10th, and obviously yours truly in... Oh no! Okay, hopefully they can find their way back. I've got nothing. I don't need to do anything. Luckily I am not driving for anyone else's safety. Ah, he's back, okay. Okay, slightly just realised I think me and Kian have got the exact same livery. Yeah, we've got the exact same livery. Hey, at least I have a teammate, okay? I'm not bringing any points to the team. He's doing it all, but still. It's good to have it. Okie dokie. Right. The final is go. Right. Quickly back to the pitch just to get ourselves out of the way. And up to the front we go. Steve once again leading with Martin. Rudy challenging, I think. Let's actually scroll back. Yeah, let's have a look and see what's happening with the battle for second. Rudy then has the inside line. Will Martin carry more speed around the outside? He does not. Now, are they going to fight each other, or are they going to get into a rhythm and chase after Steve? We have MC Lindsley, Russ, Ruben thinking about, he's got the inside line, he dives to the inside, gives him a little bit of a wheel bang. Oh, Kean sent round. Kean into the barrier. He's not getting the luck ever since he's got his win. The luck's just not been on his side. Ruben and Russ, oh, this is going to get tasty. Dylan takes 7th. WT Buffer up in 8th. Yako 9th, and Kean is out again, sadly. He's not having the luck today. Got a beautiful win, and then it just seems to have gone against him the rest of the session. Martin's being chased down by MC Lindsley. There's a car sticking out the way. So the gap has reduced slightly between first and second. MC Lindsley still having to think about. Ruben is gone to 5th. Russ has made a slight mistake, which has allowed Dylan through into P6. Steve's now coming up on more traffic, so he's going to want to get through here and not really have to take the line he's just taken. It's not going to affect his traction, but his back marker front gives him just enough room. Hopefully he doesn't turn in on him. Steve goes down the inside, and in doing so, oh, Dylan's made contact and goes into the wall. So we're just over halfway now. Steve's got a 1 second gap, so it's very close between these guys. Martin's dropped back a little bit. MC following him through. Then it comes to Ruben, who's having to keep clean out the way, hoping he doesn't lose too much time. Russ, let's give you a bit of airtime. Your gap to the car in front is 5.2, but then you have a 10-second gap to the car behind, so I'd say P7 is quite secure with you. Steve's pulling out away again. Rudy, Martin is now at MC, still on the back of him. MC's like a dog shit. He's just sticking around, not going away. Don't matter how many times you clean it, that smell, he's always there still. Botha's now got Ruben all over the back, so there has been a swap in position there. They're coming up to a back marker now. Well, no, I never like to see a back marker. They're coming up towards traffic, I should say now. But traffic, the car in front actually seems to have quite good pace, so shouldn't hold them down. Ruben thought about the dive of the Sentry, backs out of it. Let's have a look further down. So Dylan's still on track, even with being hitting the wall, carries on going, picks up the points while you can. You've always got to finish to get the points. It's a shame for Kean, he's out. So Rudy Graham goes down the inside, he seems to be battling, I believe this is Russ, who is a lap down, but seems to be having good pace. So we go to the leader now, who's on the final lap. Goes past Dylan, who keeps clean out the way. Round the final corner, punching it to the line. Steve wins, Rudy 2nd, Martin takes 3rd, MC 4th, both are 5th, 6th Ruben, Russ 7th, Yako 8th, and Dylan 9th. Okay, guys, that is the end of the final. So we're gonna get ourselves ready now for the interviews. Right. Let's go across to this because at least we have a screen. We've done the final, guys, so just ignore that. Just gonna have a quick talk with Steve. You're back again.
Yes.
Yeah, great little race.
Yes, yeah, all fun. Yeah.
If I'm honest, looking through the lap times, there was barely anything between you and Rudy, but you just kept him at that second buffer constantly, never allowing him to get close and put you under pressure. So
Yeah,
you
no, I
controlled and
just
managed the
keep-
race perfectly.
Yeah, I just try to keep up the pace.
Oh yeah, you have to keep up the pace even when those tyres start to go, and as over
Yeah.
time you get a little bit quicker due to your fuel burning off. But that's 2 wins in the same event, buddy.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Good points. Good points. Were you
Yeah,
having?
on-
I was
Aye.
just to say the only thing I noticed, traffic seemed better this week from last week. People seemed to take a bit more care, which is good, and allow the leaders
yeah,
through.
we changed a slight route for the back markers just to keep it more cleanly for the faster guys. So it seems to work for now.
Ah, that's good. No, very good. Well, congrats on your second win. Enjoy the
Thanks a
points
lot,
and enjoy a virtual champagne. We don't have any to provide. We're not that rich, but maybe go and
It's
grab
all good,
yourself
thanks a lot.
a lemonade and pour yourself something out. I don't know.
That's right. Thanks, Elliot. Thanks for the stream.
All right, take it.
Thank you, cheers.
Okay, so you heard that there, folks. That is the end. So let's just turn that music down for a minute. That will be the end of the stream. Hope everyone's enjoyed it. It's been a good race. There's been a few argy-bargy moments and a bit of wheel banging and paint sharing, but that's oval racing, isn't it? Let's be honest. All right. Well, this is me. This is my ending. So thanks everyone for popping in. It's been nice to have some people to chat to. It's been a good turnout, and I will see you guys next week. All right. Bye.
Want to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. Breathing out or breathing in. Broken down, but I will live to fight again for one last time. I take this ride and just drive. I wanna be the only one to make it to the light. I'll take it to the edge where I died 1,000 times. And maybe I could be the one right into the setting sun tonight. Just drive. There's a star that lights the road. Will it take me to the end? Well, I don't know.